Hi, my name is Vaseem Khan and I am the author of The Unexpected Inheritance of Inspector Chopra. The book is a murder mystery set in the city of Mumbai, India. The lead protagonist is Inspector Ashwin Chopra, who is a very rigid and honest police officer from the Mumbai Police Service, and as well as being an ace crime fighter, he's also a man who cares deeply about the social ills that he sees in his country. The plot of the novel follows Inspector Chopra, who is forced into early retirement, and on his last day in office is confronted by a dead body. The body is of a local boy, a poor boy, and Chopra quickly realizes that his seniors in the police service don't wish him to investigate this boy's death. And so he decides to go off on his own and solve the mystery anyway. Of course, he's not quite on his own because he's aided in his endeavors by a one-year-old baby elephant by the name of Ganesha, who he inherits from his long-lost and mysterious uncle. You could say that this novel was born on the first day that I set foot in India. I went to India at the age of 23 to work as a management consultant in the fantastic city of Mumbai, and I remember my first day vividly. I walked out from Bombay airport into a wall of searing 40-degree heat, and the scene was set for me by the first thing that I saw, because milling around the taxi rank, waiting for the new arrivals, were a group of lepers and beggars, not the kind of sight that you ordinarily see in the east end of London where I grew up. 10 minutes later, the taxi that I was in stopped at a set of traffic lights, and there was a terrific thumping on the side of the cab. And I looked around and I saw this very tall, broadly built gentleman wearing a magnificent midnight blue sari. And that was my first encounter with a eunuch. Again, not the kind of sight that you ordinarily see in East London. So by now I was a little bit disconcerted, so I decided to focus my attention on the main road and a great river of passing traffic. And that's when I saw the most surreal sight of all, because lumbering through this traffic was an enormous grey Indian elephant with a mahout perched on its back. And that sight stayed with me for many years, and 10 years later, when I did return to the UK and I decided to put all of those wonderful memories into a novel, I knew right from the beginning that elephants would be involved. So I had a great plot and a great lead character, Inspector Chopra, but I couldn't quite work out how to include that damned elephant. So I wrestled with the problem for a while, and it was solved for me one day by Sir David Attenborough. I remember watching a wonderful documentary on elephants one evening, and when I woke up the next morning, almost the first thing that popped into my head was a line, and it eventually became the first line from the novel. On the day that he was due to retire, Inspector Ashwin Chopra discovered that he had inherited an elephant. And right there I knew that the elephant would be a central figure in the series, not just a gimmick, but a genuine partner and foil for Inspector Chopra. I knew it would be a baby elephant because they're just cuter. And I also knew that the elephant would have its own character, its own personality. So as well as being adorable, it will be tenacious and resourceful and determined and intelligent and mischievous. It's a child after all. And my hope is that as readers follow young Ganesha's life through the series, they will fall in love with it just as I did when I was creating the character. And if those are not enough reasons to read the book, I'll leave you with 3 final ones. If you would like to know what India looks like and feels like and tastes like and smells like and sounds like, you should read this book. If you would like to read a crime novel that's a little bit off the beaten track, set in an exotic location with a truly colourful cast of characters, you should read this book. And lastly, if like me, you're just passionate about elephants, you should read this book.